All right, so today's video, we are going to be doing something different. We have a Stadium Spectate. We're going to be watching a Rookie 4, and they're normally Gold 4 in Ranked, playing Tank on PC, playing Orisa. Now, I will admit, my Orisa builds aren't quite there yet, but I could get a general idea of the build you're going for and seeing if it's good. All right, this game was one heck of a doozy. I'm a support main trying out Tank and Stadium, and just so happened to go Orisa matched up against a Reinhardt. That's a fine matchup. I spent the majority of the match Rein wrangling, which meant specking into a pure Fortify build with power-ups to my team, including also granting them Unstoppable during my Fortify. I think you can't be CC during that is what we came to the conclusion of. There were a few times I was able to get past Rein and get some picks myself, but I thought this match was just pure entertainment. By the third round, I was denying the Rein so much space that I thought it was hilarious. Effective cooldown usage, powered up Fortify to deny him his charges, and pushing him around like a ragdoll. I don't main Tank by any means, but this match was just so much fun. This is only my second match trying out Tank and Stadium. I tried the notorious emongg Baby Diva build first, and I'm really loving Stadium and how you can customize your build to match. Anyway, I hope you have as much fun watching this as I did playing it. The Baby Diva build, chat. It's a build, I'll tell you that much. I'm not gonna overanalyze this stuff is what I'm saying. I'm just gonna have a good time with it, have fun with Stadium. You know, if I see anything like extravagant, I'll let you know, but let's see how you do. Oh, also, why don't I gotta look at what you went. I forgot to do that. So, you went Hooves of Steel. After Fortify ends, you gain shields equal to 50% of the damage received during Fortify. Resets on your next use of Fortify. Honestly, that's actually pretty good. So basically, you just get a bunch of endless HP. Honestly, I might have to apply that when I play. Basically, if you Fortify at the right time, you're going to get a lot of extra HP, but you're going to make it harder to kill you. Which means that being aggressive during it is the right play, because you'll get some overshields that will make it easier. So it's like, it basically incentivizes a defensive playstyle that if you get aggressive will benefit you. Except there. You want me to be honest with you here? If you want to really min-max that right there, play corners after you run out of cooldowns. I don't know if anybody else has had this problem in Stadium yet, but I've had this problem. I forget how to play Overwatch the first 30 seconds of Stadium. I run it down mid somehow, or I get too aggressive. I circle back and I go, would I do that in a ranked game? And I'd go, no, I wouldn't. So why don't I apply that knowledge to the first round or the first 2 rounds? Nope. No, I go right in. I'm like, eventually I'll fix that, but... So anyway, I recommend after your cooldowns are done, playing the corner there, is all I'm saying. Also, I noticed you went the shield like minor perk. In my opinion, and of course this is going to change over the course of Stadium, if you don't know what to get as a starter, you can't go wrong with the armor and the shield regen one. The shield regen one, especially on heroes with shields, allows you to regen your shields a little bit quicker, but on top of that, like, it's just kind of good to have. So a couple I've seen that have been solid armor and shields to start, give yourself a little bit more survivability at the beginning, you know? Yep. Good job there. Watching you get aggressive. Nice job. Good play. Big slam alert. Yeah, so like, first round, I actually, believe it or not, you've been playing it fairly well. I find it harder sometimes to go, it's funny because, does anybody notice this? Is that in third person, the backline trades are a little bit more difficult than you would do it in like first person. So like in regular Overwatch, right? If your team gets dove backline, the vision you have on that backline is way different, but now you can see it as clear as day. So when you go for backline plays, it's a little bit easier to stop or at least see it's happening. Yeah, go in with your ult, this is the correct play. Yo, nice play. Good nano by your on it too. That was a great play. Hey, let's go. Chat, you can see the scoreboard, see? You can see the scoreboard. Yes, this is just an all-in, last-second team fight. Good luck. So, I think we can already theorize. So if I'm in the game right now as Orisa and I'm seeing what's going on, I think you're right in going to the tanky build. Because you're doing a good job surviving. Their team isn't really going for flanks. So, like, they're just shooting at you. So you need to have more survivability. So you don't win the first round of it, but that's the beauty of this. The game isn't over, right? A little bit of a note. I want to show people something. I've seen some people being like, hey, like, can you tell them to do a ready up button when everybody's done, like with their builds? So let me show you something here. Look up top right now. Look how it says Armory phase, 17 seconds. They have a system in place. And the way it works is this. If everybody X's out of the Armory phase, it will speed up the time. So watch up top. So ready? Riss is out of there. Now look at the timer up top. It speeds it up, see?
Time for preparations is almost up.
See? And there you go. So if everybody gets out of there, and I think people will get better at that as time goes, that's your ready up. It just speeds up the timer. So team builds, it looks like you got Effie's Theorem, 20% ability lifesteal, 50% fortify duration, which goes hand in hand with Hooves of Steel. So the reason why this works really well is because if you look, when fortify ends, you gain shields equal to 50% of the damage you received. So if your fortify duration gets extended by 50%, you have a longer fortify. Hooves of Steel and this ability bot here, they work well together. And then you have your normal, like, armor, all this stuff. I'm fine with that for now. So we'll see. All right, here we go. So now you're tankier. Your fortify is very important here because you can really gain some map control by just because of that. There it is. Yep. I just saw it too. That was very effective. Good job disrupting that. I kind of knew that would probably get somebody, but hey, it wasn't you, right? Good isolation of the Cassidy. Very well done. Javelin spin if you need to. Oh, that works too. Nice. And now if they shoot at you... So do you see bottom left, like outside of the damage? I could probably show you chat very quickly. Right here. So watch the HP for a second. It's really quick. But you see the bottom left, how the blue shield goes up? That is the effect of the Fortify combo that you have, which is why it becomes really important in that situation. Right? And that's your shield too. Like, so you get like extra HP. It kind of like gets you in a good spot. Now you have to build to be a little bit tankier. Obviously, in the second round, it's a little bit harder to build full tank. But if your goal is to be like a fortify build, so far you've matched it fairly well. Keep in mind, I don't know all of like the stuff on hand right now for builds, so I probably will miss some things. But I also, you know, maybe like a spectating video like this is also a good opportunity for people in the chat and in the YouTube comments to kind of be like, hey, like I've been playing Orisa a lot, and this is a build that I find works really well, or like, oh, I like this build, or oh, this build's cool, but you could add this to it, it's even better, right? So feel free to. I think we're in a spot right now in Overwatch where people are taking any suggestions when it comes to builds because there's so much variety to it right now that it's good to do that, you know? Good job getting the kill there. Again, I think you're doing the right play going for backline. You can't really kill the Ryan there, so why not just go disrupt their backline? Ryan's gonna die to that, and then you're good. Nice, good job. Yep. Go for an aggressive ult here if you'd like, by the way. I think it'd be kind of cool. And you get fortified. Oh, I just realized. The ultimate, it benefits you too. And like a lot of people will shoot at Orisa during Orisa ultimate, so you're going to get good beneficial HP, right? Because that's fortify. When you ult, it fortifies. If I'm correct. So did they shoot at you? Right? Or does it not work that way? I think it does. It just didn't shoot at you. So if they all in you during that, then you'll get extra HP because you're fortified. So that can also go hand in hand, which is nice. You're not going to touch point. They're not going to touch point. You get this map. There you go. Nice job. So now you've gone on to the next round here. It's round 3. For anybody who doesn't know how Stadium works, round 1, round 3, round 5, round 7, you get powers. Powers are the ones that you cannot sell back. The abilities you can buy and resell at full price to be able to get yourself what you need to do build-wise. You have gone the ride with me. So while Fortify is active, you grant allies in line of sight, 30% move speed, and over health equal to 10% of your max life. So to give you an idea here, and again, I think when Fortify is active, you get a little bit more HP, but if we're just gonna go off of the base level of the HP right now, that would give your teammates around 75, if not more shields based off of that, of over health. That's good. That's gonna help your team. So far, you've done exactly what you want to do. You have a very synergized build. And then when you use Fortify, allies within line of sight gain Unstoppable for 2 seconds. If I'm correct, Unstoppable is the part where you can't be CC'd, right? Let me give you an example. You have a Cassidy on your team, and your Cassidy's like, oh, wait, I have High Noon. You could pop Fortify, and then a Javelin wouldn't like be able to kill the Cassidy, right? If I'm correct? Because they would be unstoppable. Like it would be CC immunity, exactly. It's really cool. So your Fortify you're basically are going Fortify build. Let's continue on and see how this goes.
In 10 seconds.
Good start. Careful. HP's getting low. I love your HP. Actually, you have even more HP. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, but then your teammate's got the shield top left. You can see it. And you're very tanky. You don't have to do anything except sit there and tank. It's funny. You don't have to go for a backline if you don't want to. Pop your fortify. That's going to help you a little bit. Oh, big slam alert. Hey, sometimes you just get shattered, right? The Reinhardt one? There's a Reinhardt one. There's an Ashe one with dynamite. So yeah, the Fire Strike one, yeah. Because it would be you're taking damage from it. Yeah, it can't be the Ashe because they're on your team. It would show it as a different color too for the lava. Yep. You just saw it there. Yep. Actually, Ashe has it too. Ashe has it too. I just saw it in the backline behind the Rhine. So they both have it. Yep, going aggressive with your team. This is great because now your team has not only like got these kills, you basically just won the team fight and the point. So now you can like get in the middle, prepare your ultimates on minimal ult usage too. That's nice. Yep. Remember, their spawn's right there, close right. I think people forget that now, is that the spawn gets moved up during that, so be careful. You're probably going to get hecked here. Might be able to fortify and survive it, actually. Yep. Nope. I would, yeah, Okay. So when I was going, I would not do that, is basically what I was going with. The reason why I wouldn't have you do that type of play, and I don't know, maybe in my opinion, you got to recognize that you're at half HP and that your teammates aren't really there yet to follow up with you. Apparently, they're all just down here. I don't know what's going on over here, but hey, you know what? They're having a good day. That matters. This is like a scene out of Stranger Things. But anyway, I think like you just got a little bit too ambitious with that ultimate. Play to live for a second, survive that, and then go in with your ult. But you kind of went in with low HP, and I know you have the ability to like get HP back, but you got to be careful of like, it's like a ramp up type of situation. You need to give it time, and if you're at that low HP, you may not have the time to get that HP up. Why am I watching the Moira? How'd I end up here? Okay, oh yeah, whatever. So you just end up losing that team fight. So there you go. Now you're down 2-1. But yeah, I think your ultimate is kind of what was the problem there, is you need to be a little bit more careful. If you lose really like early in those team fights, you might just lose that round. So just be careful of like those type of plays. So it looks like you kept that one. You kept your abilities. Then you went with Charge Chases, which Fortify grants additional overhealth equal to 10% of your max health, which right now is at 856. You're basically giving yourself an extra, what, 85 HP? That's pretty good. And then also, your teammates are also getting like 85 extra HP when you Fortify now. And then you went with Solar Regenerate after using an ability, restore armor equal to 5% of your max life. Yeah, I mean, 5% of max life, that's what, 50 armor restored off of that? That's pretty good, right? And that's on ability usage. That's on ability usage on top of that. So like, you know, you can get that going a little bit more than you would with the Fortify build. So yeah, you're very, very tanky, very tanky. It synergizes very well. All of these abilities, you're doing a good job of like finding the abilities that synergize well together, and that's nice. Nice job. I'm starting to see more of that survivability now, too. You can see it. Ah, I see what you're saying. Ah, that makes more sense. I got you. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I can't even say the G's at the end of my sentences sometimes with, you know, with words. So, you know what? Is what it is. Chassis?
Taken them.
Ah, that makes sense. Good job so far. Not bad. That was just a big slam, but a good start. Keep in mind, like, there's not much time here. With not much time, a 40-meter start is great. Dude, your HP right now is look at that, because like you did the javelin spin, so it gave you like extra like stuff. Like look at the HP right now on this. I love this. And you have the shield regen to go with that. Like, this is cool. Very tanky build. Oh yeah, that soldier's going back to spawn real quick. It's a very interesting build because like you basically benefit from just hitting buttons. Like that like your whole build is if you hit fortify, it benefits your teammate greatly. If you hit a button anywhere else, it benefits you greatly. It's great. Oh man, this is they might be able to win off of this, I think, because of that nano and the Bob not going through. But if you get these kills here, maybe there's a chance. Ooh, okay. And you were rolling right now. Nice javelin. Try to javelin spin the Rhine away from your... Okay, that was one mistake you made there. And I know I said I wasn't going to get too deep into stuff, but remember that you have javelin spin. It absorbs damage. So not only is it going to absorb like a fire strike, you can push the Rhine away from your teammate. Your Ashe was clearly low. Don't be afraid at that point to just javelin spin the Rhine away just to help a little bit more survivability. But yeah, look at... I love how I can see the scoreboard now. It's great. Big slam. So you're in overtime now, so you just need one team fight to win. Nice pressure on the back line. Using your abilities. Don't be afraid of javelins. Oh, they got off the cart. And there you go. So that round, you take. We got a, what, 2-2 game right now? You have gotten the Restorify. While Fortify is active, heal for 10% of your max life every 1 second. So right now, when Fortify is active, you're going to heal for about 90 HP per second. So that's a lot of HP. And with Extended Fortify, synergizes very well. Item-wise, you still have the Charged Chassis. Did I do it right? And then we got the Fusion Drive, which is 50 armor. Armor, by the way, chat. Armor in Overwatch is good. 25 armor can be a break point in Overwatch. So anytime you can add armor is good, but then what you also did here is you did, when you use an ability, restore 50 armor or shields over 2 seconds. So now, you're restoring your HP like crazy. You're probably going to just be basically like a self-heal build. Like, you're basically going to be almost unkillable unless your teammates just decide never to heal you the rest of the game. Armor is really strong. That's why, like recently they nerfed Winston's armor, because that's what made Winston so strong, was the too much armor. Armor's really good. Yep. I don't mind this play by you. I like this, because you have a little bit more brawlability now, and what I mean by that is you can just go in. Like, you have enough cooldowns now to survive that. Like, even if an Ana purples you, it doesn't matter, because you're going to get your armor back, right? Remember to use your javelin spin as much as you can. In my opinion, by the way, I don't know, people might agree or disagree, I think it's okay to be a little bit more aggressive with your cooldowns, because they benefit you and your teammates a ton. So don't be afraid to, like, javelin spin that Cassidy right away, right? Like things like that will get you back to HP really quickly, so that you're going to benefit when you use your abilities, right? I'm not saying to just, like, pop your gold and run it down mid, but, like, your javelin spin has a pretty quick cooldown, so does your javelin. Don't be afraid to, like, launch a javelin right now. Maybe that, just to get a little bit of extra, like, stuff back, like things like that. Yep. And if I'm correct, if you're doing the Fortify to heal yourself, you should, in theory, also... You should also get ult charge for that. Yeah, don't be afraid to use your abilities, because it's going to benefit you and your teammates, and you get ult charge for the heals that you do to yourself when you pop your cooldowns. I've noticed that like, when I go a build on, like, any of, like, characters that don't have heals, but I have self-healing in some way, I build my ult way quicker. Nice job using your abilities to help your team. Keep in mind... Oh, well, they couldn't even touch the point, so you just dominated that round. That round wasn't even close. So what's better to run, armor or shields? My opinion, armor. If you could go armor, you're in a good spot. Shields are good for regen, right? Like, there's niche cases, like, I think maybe as, like, a... No, even then, like, if I was playing Echo, I would prefer armor over shields, because, like, the armor's so good. Yeah, you can regen it, but, like, it's so much better. Easiest way to describe it is armor reduces damage on you. If a Soldier 76 is shooting you, you have armor, you're going to take less damage. Straight up. If a Soldier 76 is shooting you when you have shields, you're not going to take less damage, but your HP is going to regen those shields quicker than you normally would with everything else. Which is also a point I want to bring up too. There is a ability in this game that I think was underrated probably so far in Stadium. And the one that is underrated, in my opinion, is the one that ignores, I think, like 30% of armor. That's going to be very helpful when people start to stack armor builds. Winston is a really good example of this. Winston ignores armor, and that's what was the breaking point for Winston, basically dominating D.Va. D.Va couldn't break through armor. Winston could, which basically, maybe it's 50%. Yeah, no, it's 50%. Yeah, 50%. Excuse me. Even better. At 30%, I was okay with that. 30% is the beam. No, 30% is the beam one. 50% for armor, right? One's for armor, and then there's one for beams. That's what it is. Anyway, ignore armor one's really strong because I guarantee you people will start stacking armor more and more when they realize that armor is super strong. And that was what made Winston better than D.Va for a long time. Going back here, it looks like you replaced an item to get the reduction field. I love this one. I love this one. So this one gives you 50 armor. Again, armor's great. But what it also does is when you take damage, you gain 0.5 damage reduction for 1 second, stacking up to 20 times. So what I've realized is that if I go this, I just have 10% damage reduction at all times. Straight up. Like when you're playing tank, this one specifically, it feels like I have damage reduction the whole game. At this late in the game, you know, it could be helpful for some of the breakpoints. So the 1011 base health, well, keep in mind, there's a lot of abilities here that will give like 10%, 5%. So like right now, like your teammates are going to basically get extra 100 HP of overshield with like the perks you have. And then on top of that, right, just to go with all of this in general, you're going to get 5% armor restored, which is 50 armor restored every time you use an ability, and you're getting healed when you use Fortify. Basically, if the other team kills you, they did an excellent job of target focus.
10 seconds.
So you see bottom right how you just see the number there? Watch it, chat. That right there is, when it hits 20, is this damage reduction. So if they shoot at you, you just have damage reduction. They can't do anything. So now they just ignore you. I think they've actually tried the strategy of ignoring you, and it's not even working. Because if they ignore you, you shred them. If they go for you, you just heal. So you've just gone like this really strong build. I think if they went armor ignoring on you, I think it would have been a lot harder. But I don't think we're at the point yet where that's going to happen. Your team's just rolling now. Ever since you kind of really got to the strength of your build, it's just such a good build. It's just a great build. So. Jump. Big slam. They might get you there. Now keep in mind, look what they had to do to get you. You had to go through a full shatter, purpled, already at low HP to fall over just before you got back up again. And I think you just win the game. Your build basically made you this unstoppable, just tank, right? You want to go WoW reference, you can say unstoppable force. So yeah, there you go. Good job. I mean, you said you don't play tank that much, but I felt like you made really good decisions, and that those decisions for your build basically enabled you to pop off and just win. So great job. That was a really cool build. I actually kind of want to try something like that maybe later today. Kind of iterate on it a little bit more to find a really good balance. But I think right now, if you're an Orisa player and you need to go survivability, I don't think you can go wrong with some of this build right here. I'm sure there's a couple things you could take, put this here, that there, but overall, I thought that was a very solid build. So heck yeah, that was cool to see. Thanks for submitting a stadium spectate. It was really fun to watch that. We got to learn more about an Orisa build that I think is very intriguing. And overall, it was just fun to watch a stadium game. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, sub to the YouTube, leave a comment. All of it helps. Let us know what builds you have found to work really well. Stop by the streams if you haven't. We have a lot of fun. And if you want to watch more spectatings or more gameplay, or heck, I have some, maybe I'll put our D.Va build here in the bottom. Check it out. Little box. Hope you have an amazing day /night.